If you have a loved one in federal prison, or if you're in federal prison and First Step Act eligible, pay attention, because earlier today I was at the American Bar Association White Collar Conference at the Chateau Elan in Georgia and asked a very good question about First Step Act, being past your conditional date, and the PLRA, in other words, administrative remedies. And this is what United States District Court Judge Lee Martin May of the Northern District of Georgia said. Listen carefully and we'll have captions on. I have a quick question for white collar folks, because everybody in here is white collar. The First Step Act was passed in 2018, as you guys know, and the BOPs had 6 years to implement it. And there's thousands of inmates in federal prison beyond their date for First Step Act. And the PLRA is stifling inmates by keeping them in prison longer to exhaust administrative remedies. What would you recommend to a represented inmate or a pro se inmate who's already passed their time and they've done everything? Because a white collar inmate's going to do everything they have to do, and there's not a situation in the world, unless they have a leadership role or a firearm, where they're not going to get 52% for the First Step Act.
As a general, a general concept, if you see something that's happening where it looks like someone is getting lost in kind of the shuffle of things, and I will say that even if sometimes there isn't like a clear way to figure out how to address that, sometimes if you do bring a motion or some sort of thing in front of the court, I will look at it and see what's going on. But if it's like wait, what's going on? And I do that for pro se prisoners too. Well, they'll write something and say, I should have been out, this time ago, I'm not, what's happening? And so I look at it and I'm like, okay, let me look and see what's going on here. A lot of times there's nothing that can be.
The PLRA is not meant to inhibit inmates in federal prison from getting their due process. At least we know in the Northern District of Georgia, United States District Court Judge Lee Martin May is going to actually look at that motion. And as we've told several people before, and giving educational background about 2241s, you don't necessarily have to do remedies on a 2241. Judge May did say that they do have the discretion to not enforce remedies, especially in instances where an inmate is being held in federal prison past their time, even from the First Step Act. You got that exclusive from federalprisontips.com, where we help the justice impacted navigate the federal prison system, from indictment to reentry and everywhere in between. If you or a loved one is in federal prison or facing federal prison, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you're past your date, please give us a call at 407-434-0175, 7 days a week and 24 hours a day at federalprisontips.com.